What's up, knife people? How y'all doing today? This is Knight's Edge. Got another pretty cool review for you here today. I don't know what you would call this. I'm not usually I don't usually carry these types of knives, but here lately, since Tomas has sent me a pretty cool package, I have definitely carried them and definitely have come to appreciate some pretty cool details of each and every one he sent me. This is the final one of the bruisers, I call them, big knives. Tomas has several Instagram videos, super hard using this one and many others. Go check him out. He'll be linked below. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks all my subscribers. The couple channel members that I have left, haven't really done lives too much lately. I really appreciate y'all hanging in there, guys. I will be back eventually. Just trying to do a few little reviews in the meantime. So what do we have here today? Now, I'll preface this real quick with the fact that I just said, which is I don't normally do these knives, so bear that in mind. And I can definitely understand why some people would see this and say, it's impractical. Nobody carries that. Well, the second part, the first part you could argue that a little bit, but the second part, definitely wrong. Tomas carries these, as does a lot of people. Scotch and things. This video is not going to be on par with some of his in-depth kind of heater comparisons, review videos. Go check him out. He should be linked in all my videos down below on the channels you might like. Scotch and things collects these. He has a vast collection of these, and this is a heater knife. Without any further ado, we're now what, 2 minutes and something in the video. Yep, finally took it out. All right, Todd Heeter out of South Mississippi, uses CNC and hand tools to make these knives. Friend kind of helps him out a little bit with the milling and stuff. Everything's local, everything's in-house. This is pretty custom, and you can definitely get these with all kinds of stuff. We'll talk all about it here in a minute, but that's a little preface about Todd Heeter. He's been knife making for 25 years, man. Been knife making for a long time. Heeter Knifeworks right there, and tool up or die. That's what you get two pretty cool little bracelets there with the knife bands. I don't know what the cool thing is to call them, but right there, get the COA out right here. Todd Heeter Knife Maker. That's his Instagram info. Again, he'll be linked below. MOW number 624. MOW stands for Man of War. This is actually MOW2. This is an MOW2, so this is a kind of a the little more updated version of the MOW, the Man of War. And look at that. Just take a second, go over all the details. Let me get up really close to it. Pretty freaking cool, man. I like this one. So he's working on his 700th MOW right now. That's what number he's on. This is number 624. You can get these with all kinds of different options. You can get them without the glass breaker, the Scorpion's Stinger, as I kind of call it. A lot of options whenever you get these. You can get them with serrations, without serrations. Might want to go ahead and flick the knife open, right, and shut up doing a review video. Anyway, his books are closed right now, but they will probably be open in the future, I would imagine. He keeps making knives. He makes some pretty cool ones. He's out of, again, southern Mississippi, kind of same area I'm in. I'm in southeast Louisiana, so he's not too far away from me. Go ahead and go over the specs, size comparisons, all that good stuff right now. Get that out of the way, and then I'll kind of go into like the ergonomics, all the little details about this massive, huge overbuilt knife. And just remember, before I go over all this stuff, yours may differ. If you get a custom, this is a custom knife made right here in the United States, like I said, in Mississippi, and yours may differ. You might have a bunch of different details on yours that this one doesn't have, or vice versa. So tip of the blade into the handle, you're looking at 9 and end of the handle, you're looking at 9 1/8 right there. End of the Stinger right there, you are looking at 9 7/8. So pretty good size on that. Overall blade length, you might get a 4 1/4 out of that. You go all the way back here to that really cool looking Heeter Knifeworks logo that he's got. Cutting edge on this bad boy, and this is a drop point. It's what I'm calling it. It's what he calls it. This is 3 7/8 for your cutting edge right there. All right, that beats the tape measure. Let's go ahead and get the calibers out here. And like I said, I'll go through these fairly quick. Maybe I don't start rambling about stuff. Trying to do this one justice. Todd has been very approachable. He has been very easygoing, very good to talk to. He has answered all of my insane questions, my rookie level questions. 205 thousandths, thickest part of the spine. Take another measurement. Again, 210, about 210 thousandths, what I got there. Go down here and measure 210 thousandths. I'm calling that 210 thousandths, thickest part of the blade stock thickness there. 662 thousandths for your handle thickness. Yeah, I think that's it for the calipers. All right, let's put the calipers up there, and we'll go ahead and do a weight. Do a weight on this bad boy. Get the classic scale out there. It might be the last time I use this thing. It is dying, I believe. 12.2 ounces, if y'all can see that down here. 12.2 ounces is what I got right there. We'll do it again. 12.2 ounces. Definitely a hefty boy, I would say. Go ahead and turn that off. That over here. That would be the weight. Let's go ahead and get the Torx bit out just to show you. This is a T20, right? T20. All these screws are T20. Not quite sure what in the living hell is going on underneath this pivot, but I'll get into a little more detail of that here in a minute. But I've never taken this thing apart, right? So not quite sure what all you would need for that. It you might be looking at a Torx screw under there. I have no idea. This definitely, you can move that by hand. Doesn't move very easily, but you can move that by hand. I'll go over that whole spiel here in a minute. All right, let me turn that off. Move this over here. And what else for specs? I usually do in the pocket. We'll get the blue jeans out. Whoop. All right, I don't know if this is one of his thin clips or one of his thick clips. It sticks out that much. Maybe flip it over, give you a better idea. So yeah, it sticks out quite a bit, right? It doesn't contact it, but this is a 12.2 ounce knife. So you're probably not going to be wearing thin ass gym shorts, would be my guess, whenever you're carrying this thing. Probably going to be wearing some pants, hopefully, at least some like these, and slides in and out really easy, actually, because of all that distance there. Keeps it in the pocket, and the weight kind of holds this thing in there. Now, if you were doing all kinds of climbing, maybe like in a pipe rack or something at work, or, all kinds of maneuvering and shit like that, I would say it might come out if, fairly easy. If you got upside down, maybe, but the weight pretty much keeps it where it's at if you're doing normal everyday stuff. And I think you can probably get that different. I think he has a different type of clip. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I had no issues the day that I carried this thing around. I carried every one of the ones Tomas sent me for a whole day and got to fully kind of experience them. Didn't really like hard use them or anything, cut this or that open, but wanted to take care of them, even though he did tell me to definitely use them. All right, let's go ahead and get into size comparisons here. Heeter Knives, Man of War, number, it's crazy how much larger it is than that pair of 3. Heeter Knives, Man of War, number 624. All right, that's the PM2, that's a pair of 3. So yeah, bigger and bigger. All right, a couple more size comparisons here. This is what I had in my pocket today. This is about a normal knife for me. That is a Tactile Knife Co. Archer, which I would say is a full-size knife. The Heeter Man of War would say different. That's your NAFS Lander 1. Just threw that in there because I kind of thought it'd be a little comical. Two more. Got the McNeese Knives Dixon. That is the full-size Dixon. Don't have the little Dixon yet, but yeah, it makes it look like the little Dixon. And this is the Demco Knives 8020S. That's the full size Demco. Well, full size if you aren't wielding the XXX. So yeah, big knife, big knife. No, not only long, but definitely a pretty thick knife for sure. And common household objects. I usually got the Scotch and things, tape. That's a Bic lighter. All right, that's a Sharpie. I mean, hell, what else do you need for size comparisons? All right, let's go ahead and get into the aesthetics, the feel, all that good stuff, the parts. Todd is a very, very reachable person. It took a while to message me back at first because he's, like making knives and shit instead of just like making YouTube videos about them. But yeah, he's a pretty busy guy. So when he did message me back, very approachable. I told him, look, man, can I ask you a few questions? Tomas loaned me the 624 MOW. Uh, and he was like, yeah, sure, whatever you need, man, just let me know. And he did. We went back and forth for quite a while. I'm trying to get all the stuff he told me right in this video. So Heeter fans, bear with me. All right, so wicked is probably the most accurate way I would describe this thing, right? This thing looks insane to me. It is not, a super practical knife at all, but it definitely does the job. Kind of looks like a scorpion's tail, kind of ready to strike. The way it's kind of, got that maybe stitch, I would compare it to, kind of curve, that bow on the whole thing, and that super sharp glass breaker right there. Old school flame anno is what this is, with sculpting grinds. He makes some models with roll bottom and without that glass breaker, and some a little more plain Jane. This one I thought was a flipper at first, and I think in my overbuilt knives video, which this one's definitely in, I was like, yeah, the flipping action's not that great. Well, it's not a full flipper. Should have known that, because I have seen Todd's knives before. That flipper that he makes usually sticks out to about right there, and it is, from what I hear, I've never handled one of his flipper knives, it is very, very good and easy to flip. So yeah, this one, Tomas kind of requested they keep it on there. He does half flippers, nubs, I think he calls them, for some of his knives, for people that just want to keep that kind of logo on there. So that's why that's there. So not a flipper at all. See, that's not its purpose. Now you can take it out, and if you give it some wrist, definitely. I mean, it's a heavy enough blade. The action's pretty easy. That's the detent right there that it's clearing. Reverse flick, fairly easy, especially if you give it a little bit of wrist. Pretty good. Once it clears that detent, may shake it once or twice, but it is kind of fairly fallen shut right there whenever you clear that detent. Now let's get a little more into it. Runs on 3/4 outside diameter thrust needle bearings, according to Mr. Heeter, and all this is coming straight from the maker, so I'm not just sitting here making shit up. Rolling detent is from McMaster Carr. Is a set screw with a rolling ball. Hoback first put them in a knife, is what he was telling me. He thinks Hoback first used them in a knife. So that's the kind of detent system you got going on there. Backspacer is titanium and brass. He used to make them out of 3V. I guess some of his older ones that he did that with. Used to make small batches on the pivots. That's the pivot right there. Used to make small batches on the pivots and knurled thumb screw heads, but now he has a local machine shop that makes them in pretty good sized batches for him. So that's about as outsourced as he gets, is the pivots from the local machine shop, which that's understandable if you don't have the equipment for it. He's not OEMing it to China. He's not sending it to across the world or across the country even. It's still in-state, in-house, in the USA. And that's pretty much the only thing that he doesn't do. OPPS, now there's several acronyms that come with this one. OPPS stands for Oil Pump Pivot System. Pivot holds a little bit of oil, so when you turn the pivot heads, it kind of pumps a little bit of oil into the center of the pivot through a little hole that's drilled into the side of the pivot barrel, and I thought that was pretty cool. Did not think to ask Tomas, keep calling him Tomas, if I could disassemble this thing. It's a $1,450 custom knife, one of a kind. So there, I mean, there are other kinds, obviously, if he's on the 700th one, but there's not a lot of these just laying around, and they ain't cheap. So probably wouldn't do it even if he told me I could, but I am curious about that. So didn't get to see that kind of OPPS, as he calls it, in action. Another acronym from Todd Heeter. True finger pockets on the titanium frames. You got that going on there. All right, so he grooves that out really nice, mills it out, grooves it out. And I can tell you, man, the ergonomics, and this is, me talking, the ergonomics are outstanding. They fit my hand perfect. Maybe a little bit bigger of a hand, maybe a little bit smaller of a hand would also fit. Not sure what size gloves Tomas wears. I wear a large. Tomas, he might wear an extra large, double X, triple X, I don't know, but fits his hands too, whatever size gloves he wears. It feels really nice whenever your fingers wrap around these, and it kind of makes you commit to an area on the blade, which I tend to not prefer in general on most knives, but this pulls it off. It feels excellent down there. couple little sharp edges kind of around the top, and that I guess what would you call that, jimping, or would you call that, it looks like a demon took an insane bite out of it. I don't know. He definitely did that on purpose, and that to me makes it look even more wicked. Got a little bit of jimping right here along the top. So if you choke up, put your thumb way up here, you can kind of feel that. If you go all the way up on that little nub right there, you can really feel it up there. It feels good in the bare hand. This thing, I'm sure, feels pretty awesome with gloves on. It is a frame lock, of course. So the frame lock, the tighter you squeeze that thing, the more solidity you have with it being locked out. And that brings me to our next initial. That is the Heeter full lock, the HFL grenade pin right here. I didn't take it off and try it out, but Tomas did include that with the pouch. So you take that pin whenever you open it up, and you can slide it right through this hole here, right? And the pin itself has got kind of like a it's kind of like a, I don't want to say a cotter pin, but it looks like it's got kind of a little ball on it, maybe, right? So it slides through there. Doesn't have any screws on it, so it's got to have like a little bead kind of detent ball sort of thing on it, that once you slide that pin through there, the ball comes out, and that gives you even more solidity. So even if that frame lock were to fail, you still got that super thick pin holding it closed. And if you look in here, if you look through the hole while I'm turning it, bam, right there. So the hole goes all the way through the blade, right? It's not just under the blade or over the blade, it goes through the tang of the blade, which is pretty cool, pretty solid, I would say. Again, you can check out Tomas's Instagram videos. Super duper hard using this thing. Blade steel CPM 3V, which is a great steel. He heat treats it to 62 HRC instead of 66. Brings down your edge retention a little bit, but that definitely gives it some more durability. And something like this, if it's not just a collection piece, if it's a user, which this is built to be used by him, it is not meant to sit on a shelf. I guess it could. I mean, it's a $1,450 baseline custom USA made knife. You could definitely treat this like a safe queen. I mean, whatever you want to do with it is yours, right? Once you get it. But Tomas definitely doesn't do that. He beats the hell out of this thing. He's got a lot of videos hard using it, so definitely check them out if you want to see that. Over travel stops, or the thumb studs, pretty much right there. So kind of like a well, I don't have one right here with me actually, but Hinder has that. A couple of other companies have that. Actually, Donnie Bless put that on the prototype that I got from him. The Predator has that super duper thick ass pins right there, and whenever you close it, they kind of rest right there. So that's a nice little way of doing that, I think. And especially if you're going to use some super thick stock like that. Not sure. Let me get the calibers out one more time, because I want to do a full and thorough kind of examination of this thing. Give it my best shot, as you would say. 311 thousandths. That's what I got on that. Damn, 311 thousandths on the over travel stop there. And let me get this out too. I'm kind of curious about that. So if you add this in there, you got 311 thousandths there, and you got roughly, with this grenade pin, as he calls it, 183 thousandths. So you definitely got some protection, especially if you add that, which I don't think you would need that. I mean, I'm not sure if Tomas used that in his torture tests or everyday use. Torture test is what I would call them, what a lot of people would call them. Not sure if he used that in his extreme use of this thing or not. I didn't pay attention to that, but you can definitely check out the videos and look. So all in all, super solid knife, I would say. Everything from the blade steel to the flame anno, which looks so beautiful. I think that is a very beautiful look. Reminds me of the Vulcan finish on a Medford. I am definitely going to get one of those in the collection one day before it's all said and done. And I'm going to try to get one of these in the collection one day before it's all said and done, because as ridiculous as this is, an overbuilt knife, super overbuilt, there are even more overbuilt ones out there. Hell, I just did a review on Dave's Barefoot Bruiser Origin number 2, actually, at Tomas Lomi, and that's a beefy boy. It's even bigger than this one, and blade stock, sticker, everything. It's an insanely large knife, and a lot of people, including myself, would say this is on that side of things too. But very well built. The grind that he did on this thing, man, that's beautiful. He does excellent work. Like, steps up right there, comes out. It's almost like this could be a Tonto, but it's a drop point, because there's no there's no two cutting edges, right? It's all the same cutting edge. It's got belly right there, but it definitely could see how this could be a Tonto. And I think it does have, I believe he's got Tontos, maybe not. Maybe Todd, if you're watching this shit show of a review or overview, whatever you want to call this thing, let me know in the comments, please. And also let me know anything I missed. Let me know what you guys think about heater knives. Do you own one? Do you love them? Do you not like overbuilt knives at all? I think even if you don't like overbuilt knives, you could probably still appreciate something like this. I mean, this thing, it's insane. Everything, every little detail about it. I mean, it's a monster. It is totally unnecessary. I mean, whatever normal pocket knife style activities that you can do with this, you can do with that. I tend to prefer something like this, which I've heard many people say that one, the Dixon, is man, that's a big ass knife. You know why you need all that. This is a big ass knife to me. So yeah, whatever your opinion is on it, definitely it is a cool piece. Love them or hate them, the knives, this is a work of art. I think that heater looks awesome on there. 624 on the clip, that is unique to this particular one that I'm holding in my hand right now. MOW2, his logo, man. I mean, and generally, like, there's no real billboarding on it, but I mean, it's got his logo twice. It's got the name of the knife and the model. I mean, you could say billboarding, but it's classy billboarding. It looks fucking cool. I think. I think this thing looks awesome. So yeah, beautiful knife, awesome, amazing work of art, I think, by Todd Heeter. 1,450 bones is what this costs. $450. That's base models, comes with most options except for Damascus serrations, sculpting grinds, coin or insignia work is what Todd told me. So definitely will be paying for this if you get it. But if you're in the market for something like this, you know what you're getting, and you know that his work speaks for itself. I think I think it's an excellent knife, and definitely a really cool one to have in the collection. Thank you again, Tomas. This one's about to be headed back to him. Definitely had to do a video on it though, just to show it off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, got something out of it, know a little bit more about heater knives. Again, contact him on Instagram. He will talk to you. He's very approachable, very nice guy, one of the nicest and most approachable makers that I've talked to. I mean, sometimes if I'm doing a video and it's somebody other than like Benchmade or Spyderco or big company like that, if it's a maker, and I'll message him and nothing. I mean, he's busy and got a lot of stuff to do. I'm sure a lot of people message him, so pretty cool that he was approachable and answered all of my questions, even gave me more details than what I asked for. So thanks again, Tomas. Really appreciate you loaning me this one. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. I know these overbuilt knife reviews in general don't get as many hits, as many views as unboxings do, or list videos tend to do. But I don't really care. I don't care how many views this thing gets. I had to kind of chronicle it. That's what it is to me. And yeah, look at that, man. That even looks cooler clothes. I mean, it just looks nasty. It looks like something out of Gears of War or something. Like Marcus Phoenix would pull this out and kill one of the aliens with it or something. But yeah, anyway, super cool knife. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hope to see you guys on the next one. And I'm out.